So hey everybody, this is Sean here from Microbudget Film Lab, and I'm super excited today because we have just announced the winner of the Microbudget Launchpad. It was the first one to kick off, and for those of you that don't know, it was a 4-month screenwriting boot camp to write a feature screenplay, and we went through the process of writing a screenplay step by step to creating one specifically geared towards creating a microbudget, and then from that, 10 people submitted, and I went through their scripts, and one person won a production investment of $2,500, and that person is here with me. This is Luke Harvey, and I'm super excited to have you here and to talk to you because I loved your script. I think it has a lot of potential, and I want to talk to you about it
Thanks.
because it's so weird that I want to know more about where the weirdness came from. So thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited. Beyond excitement.
So tell me, let's start with the script itself. I mean, it's about this one-eyed conspiracy theorist who falls in love with a cam girl and is contacted by God because he accidentally discovers the date of the end of the world. It's kind of a real mixed bag of crazy elements, but with a heart in there, which is what I like. It had sort of an emotional grounding. But where did you come up
Hmm.
with this crazy idea?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that. um, I've been sitting on this idea for like probably a year and a half is when I first the original concept was just what if there was a conspiracy theorist who correctly predicted the date of the end of the world and got this opportunity given to him by God to have something, anything he wanted. And then it just kind of built from there. He has the dilemma. He has one eye, he has self-esteem issues, but he's also in love with this girl. And so which does he choose, and which road does that lead him down? And then it just kind of evolved from there and got crazier and crazier.
It did, but what was cool, I mean, I've seen it through the whole process of you submitting it, and it really evolved, and you really found the emotional core of the story and really connected it to all the parts. How did you find that process, that construction process?
Um, you mean like,
Like, have you done? I don't know how
ha-
your process has been in the past in terms of writing scripts, or if you've written a feature length script before. So, how did you, in comparison to how you normally write scripts, how did you find that, and did you find it fruitful, and did it tax you, or what?
um, well, this is the first, I guess, completed feature script. I thought I had a feature script at one point, but it was 25 pages. Whenever I finished and was like, oh no. Uh, and so, yeah, getting to the length that it is was just a major success for me um, in and of itself. And so, uh, before mainly writing short films and stuff, it was just taking simple concepts and just exploring something very small. So this was definitely different, but I found that I love it a lot more than I thought I would. And what's really fun to me is I think it's like a puzzle, but you have to find the pieces to the puzzle as well. Because it's like whenever I first had the idea, I knew what I wanted the film to be, and I just didn't know how to get it there. And I had like those couple pieces of the puzzle at the beginning, but it was like I would experiment with other pieces and they wouldn't fit. It's like that didn't work, and it's a lot of troubleshooting, trying to see what works and what doesn't.
Mhm.
And that's the really fun part to me, is just laying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, like, okay, if he takes this road and this leads him to that, then what happens here? And then how does that affect the other characters and their arcs? And then if you stumble upon um, something that you really love and want to head in towards, then it comes the moment of, okay, now I have to change everything I've written prior to that, or what I had planned after that. but the way you actually outlined, I loved the class and the way it helped me kind of organize the process of writing the script, because I was afraid I would get 80 pages into the script and get to the climax and be like, oh crap, I have to change everything I've just written. So just the way you explained how to go about the whole process from beginning to end made so much sense to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like from the beat sheet to the treatment and the outlines and all that stuff. It just really helped me narrow in exactly what my story was before I got too deep into it, and didn't want to turn back and delete everything I'd already written.
Yeah.
Which actually, prior to starting your Launchpad, I had written some stuff, and that's partially the reason why I started it, because I was like, this is not working. I cannot like get past this hump. Something's just not working. So I was like, okay, I'll give this thing a shot and see where it takes me. So
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I found the same thing when I first started planning. I always resisted planning. So when I first started, it was like this miracle, like the skies had opened up, and it was like, holy crap, I can stop writing either 150-page scripts or 25-page scripts. It's a really
right.
useful process. So now you've done some short films before. How many short films have you done?
Depends on what you define as short films. I would say 3, maybe 4 short films that I've written and directed that I would actually call short films. I've done other little videos and stuff that weren't really as formal. But yeah, probably 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then other things with my friends that I work with a lot, just either DPing for them or helping them throughout the process.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's sort of interesting. Doing short films it allows you to develop and deepen relationships with people. Do you think you'll draw a lot upon those people to make this movie?
Oh yeah, whenever I got the call from you, I immediately texted my friends and was like, let's make a movie. And they were like, yes, no way, whenever I told them that I won. So they were super excited. It was friends that I worked with in college a lot. And we all basically just had this tight-knit group that basically whatever we were working on for school or outside of class, just for fun. I mean, it was basically a given, like, hey guys, I'm shooting this day. All right, cool. I'll clear my schedule. And so I love working with those guys. It's awesome. I really love our dynamic on set. It's super relaxed and easygoing, and that is not very common in the other sets that I've been on that weren't just with us, my core group. So I'm very thankful to have them, and just it's just fun making movies with them, which is the whole point of it to me. So if you lose the fun, then it's why are you doing it?
Yeah, totally. And do you have actors in mind for those roles? Like, did you write for people or with people in mind, or are you gonna have to do like a search?
I'll do some searching. I didn't really have anyone in mind specifically. We've worked with some actors around here on a regular basis that are really good. So I might draw from them, but I didn't really write specifically for them. So I'll probably just do auditions and see who works the best, I think.
So now, when you think about producing, do you think all the gear that you need, or are you going to have to figure that out as well?
Between me and my friends, we have all the gear, I think, other than maybe if there's some special kind of lights or equipment that we need that we don't already have or have access to. But even then, there's probably someone that one of us knows that would be willing to let us borrow something. So,
okay. And do you have
in your head then when you'd like to shoot this? I would love to get started shooting it around fall or the beginning of winter. Um, then again, I've never really taken on this large of a project, so I'm not sure whether that's even doable or not. And I'm excited to get to talk to you about uh,
Yeah.
what all needs to be done in that process leading up to that.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. You can do it for sure. Once you go into pre-production, it shouldn't, take you too long because it's still your pretty light footprint. But yeah, it's a
Mhm.
lot of stuff, a lot of planning.
Mhm.
But that would be great to shoot it in the fall. And will you edit it, or do you have an editor that you're going to work with?
Um, I will probably edit it myself. Again, I've never taken on a project this large, so as far as data management goes, I'm not sure how much of a headache it'll be. That would probably be the main issue for me. I enjoy editing my my own projects that I know kind of what I want it to look like,
Hmm.
and so I think I would enjoy that process a lot. So I'd love to edit myself, but then again, I'm always open to um, people helping out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it can be really useful to have somebody on set who's like organizing your data, who's managing the
Hmm.
data and doing it all and setting it up so that you can come right out and be able to work on it. But
Hmm.
and editors, it's a tough call, right? Between editing yourself and getting an editor. On the one hand, it's useful to have outside eyes. On the other hand, you know that material so well. So
Hmm.
that's a creative choice that you'll have to make, I guess, as you go forward.
Yeah,
And
and it may depend on how much money is left at that point too, whether someone wants
that's
to throw me a bone or
yeah,
I'll just be sitting on my computer myself.
yeah. So for you then, when you think about, okay, now you've won and that part is over, and now you're thinking about your next steps. Have you had a chance? I mean, it's only been a few days, really. Have you had the chance to think about what your next steps are going to be?
Gosh, I haven't really thought about it much.
Hmm.
I've just been telling all my friends, guess what?
Yeah.
um, I'm gonna make a movie. But I guess I need first thing I need a formal budget and figure out what all we need. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If you have any um, pointers and tips,
Yeah, yeah.
send them my way.
Totally, totally. Well, your script I mean, it's really good. It's very close, I think. I mean, I've given you notes or whatever. I'm sure once you do, it doesn't have to be perfect before you start to budget it and stuff. I'm sure another pass or two on it, and you'll be, I don't know. The two films I've shot, I've been like editing right up until, the night before, sitting with a bottle of wine, madly changing things at the last minute.
Yeah,
But we started scheduling it and breaking it down like 2 months prior to the shoot. So I think you could probably start pretty soon on that process.
cool, cool. Yeah, I'm excited to apply your notes. They were very, very helpful. Things that I kind of like you were talking about in the revision section, things that I knew were issues but didn't know how to vocalize what the issue was. I just knew there was something not working with this, and you kind of pinpointed those things. And I was
Nice.
like, aha! So, yeah, that'll be the very first step.
Nice. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I know you have to go to work, so I don't want to make you late for work and you lose your job and then you can't make your movie. So I want to congratulate you again
Thank
on
you,
winning.
thank you.
I should say that the title, we didn't say the title, is The Goldilocks Theory and How It Relates to Herb, right? I've got that right,
That's correct. Yeah,
which is also a great title. Uh,
thanks.
it's weird in a way that fits with the weird of the movie,
I'm
which
glad.
is which is excellent. You got the tone there because titles are so hard. It's so hard to match them up that way. And also to say that we're doing the Launchpad again. I mean, it's been so great. This time it's been a really great experience for me to go through that process with all you guys. Making it has been a really rewarding thing to see how people's stories evolved. So I'm going to launch it again probably in June, and so people watching this will have the chance if they want to take part in that. And I'm hoping to double the prize
Do
money.
it. Yeah,
So
I saw that. That'd be awesome. I'm glad you're doing it again. I was afraid there was going to be. I was like, man, this guy's got so much work on his plate. I don't know if he's taking on more than he can handle. But it was
yeah,
very, very helpful for I know me and everyone else involved. So I'm glad you're doing it again. I'm excited to see the next
yeah.
script.
Yeah,
Scripts that
yeah.
come out
Hopefully
of
it'll
it.
be less work. I worked out a lot of the kinks, I think, this
It's
time.
good.
But it was a lot of work. But it was really cool, and I got to read some really great scripts. And I mean, it was a tough choice in the end. You were up against some pretty stiff competition. So again, to write a feature script in 4 months is amazing. So kudos to everybody involved, but kudos especially to you. And
Okay.
and I'm looking forward to moving forward with you on the project, man.
Me too. I'm super excited. Thanks, Sean.
Okay, well, enjoy the day, and we will talk soon about the next steps for you and getting this movie made.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay,
Have a good one.
take care.